So, how is Zakk Wylde doing with Pantera? Is he failing or prevailing? You know, when the news of Pantera reuniting hit the scene, I was not too thrilled about it. I'm a huge Dimebag fan. Saw Pantera, as many times as I could. I saw them open for Black Sabbath, headline for Slayer on the Extreme Steel tour, and open for Ozzy. They had an energy and sound that most bands just could not replicate, especially during that time. But at the center of all my love for Pantera, it's Dimebag. Upon hearing Cowboys from Hell the first time, I was hooked. I came home from school and I practiced and played along with that record. Dimebag is, the seminal guitar player for me. At this point in my time, back then, I was listening and learning a lot of Kirk Hammett stuff, Iron Maiden, AC/DC. Dimebag, he just stuck out. It was something different. When I finally started a real band, my guitar riffing and playing was highly modeled after Dimebag. He was, after all, one of my guitar heroes. Still is, to this day, no doubt. So when Dimebag died, of course, it pained me to know that we would never hear from him again, live, and that day sucked. I could go on and on about Dimebag and probably will in other videos, but for now, how about we dive into the newly reunited Pantera 2023 with Zakk Wylde. Zakk Wylde is a phenomenal guitar player that is also one of my guitar heroes. Zakk is bar none, one of the best guitarists to ever play the instrument. When he was announced as the guitar player, it felt like a no-brainer. But could I be wrong? How about we listen to a few clips? Alright, that feels like his own solo. That totally feels like Zakk's own solo right there. Zakk just kind of going off and doing Zakk things. Let's hear another one. He shredded that. Well, Zakk did amazing as expected. By the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the like button. Greatly appreciate it. So is Zakk doing justice to Dimebag? Maybe, maybe not. There is some things that stuck out to me when I dove into the videos. The first one is they're tuned down a bit, like a whole step down or half step down. I'm not really sure where they're tuned to. This threw me off a bit when I first started listening because it sounded a bit flat. Obviously, when you down tune the riffs, sounded heavier and fatter, but since the whole thing is tuned down lower than the standard, kind of out of tune, but threw me for a loop, like it was missing the bite and energy. But naturally, after listening a few times, my ears caught on, I acclimated to it, and it sounds fine. Second thing that stuck out to me, Zakk Wylde's signature squeals, style of soloing are injected everywhere. I'm sure I would have loved for Zakk not to do this, but who are we kidding? It is Zakk Wylde. So technically, if Zakk stuck to the script of playing Dime's solos exactly as he should, then it wouldn't be what it is. But Zakk has always been known to improvise and go off the script, so it's not a full surprise to me. There are solos I wish he would have stuck to the script, but again, asking an iconic guitarist to stick to the script and inject none of his style into it would just be selfish. So this I fully understand, but still there are iconic Dimebag solos that I wish he played exact to the T as some of those solos are just legendary as they are. The third thing that stuck out to me is Zakk just does not have Dime's flair. Zakk has his own way of performing, his own style of playing, and it's absolutely fine. You know, Dime, on the other hand, was a wild man. Stage left, right, middle, guitar in the back of his head, solos in your face, stage jumps, and flair for days. Dime had a different stage presence, and it showed every time he hit the stage. Zakk, on the other hand, stands in place and rocks out. The fourth thing that stuck out obviously has to go hand in hand with Zakk just kind of going off script and doing Zakk things. The riffs, you know, are not as sharp or distinct because Zakk adds riffage, notes, and squeals. And something about Zakk playing the famous Dime riffs, it sounds a bit messy. Dime has a one-of-a-kind playing hand that was so distinct and powerful. Not saying Zakk doesn't have that. Zakk sort of feels like he's riffing rather than playing the riff. And although it's pretty identical, Dime's way of riffing had a certain temperament to it that Zakk does not. So obviously I'm not experiencing the new Pantera live in front of my face, so I'm basing off of a lot of videos that I've seen. You know, when I do go see him live, I'm hoping it sounds just as big as Pantera originally did. You know, hearing Zakk play with Ozzy live, he has a huge wall of guitar sound, so I'm hoping, you know, he's captured the essence of Pantera in the sound. But overall, I wanted it to be a bit better, but I've never doubted that he would be the man to do this job. Sure, there are other guitar players that would probably be better suited, but let's not forget that Zakk was chosen by Phil and Rex, and that he was indeed one of Dime's best buddies. I look forward to hearing them live when they come through town with Metallica. I am coming with open arms, open ears, and huge enthusiasm, ready to enjoy these classic songs, ready to enjoy some Pantera, because ultimately that's what it boils down to. We should be happy again that we are hearing these songs live. So I guess let me ask you, if you were to choose someone to replace Zakk at this time, who would you choose? Let's hear it in the comments below. Lastly, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button before you leave, and I'll see you next time, and until then, hold your mouth for war.